Hey. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope they're all doing well. Van, it's good to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Let's pop over to... Wait, no, there's one last thing I gotta do. Okay, there we go. I think we're good now. And now we pop over here. Cool. I hope we're good. Stream quality's bouncing back and forth on my end, it looks like, but yeah, it has been a minute, y'all. Like I said before, I hope you're all doing good. We are going to be continuing. Maybe we'll be continuing the diorama. I'm like tempted also to do another paint thing. Like I want to paint up some knights as well. Maybe get those another couple finished, maybe. But I really should also complete this guy. I tried airbrushing these guys earlier. I don't think the white got on like I hoped, but yeah, I think it worked out. I could also dry brush real quick. Yeah, let's do a dry brush of white on these before I go to the next big step, which is just adding actual color on. And that way I know everything looks good and has a proper shine or shimmer. Okay, I don't think I can use... Oh, maybe this one's bad. So, yeah. But I hope everyone's enjoying their weekend so far. And is, at least doing something fun for themselves and all that. Is that in the way? I don't know if they are or not. I was going to have a busy Saturday, but it actually turned out to be a nice, quiet one, which I very much appreciate. Got to actually tried to clean the apartment a little bit today. And continue playing Total Warhammer 3 with a couple friends, which was really nice. I'm putting myself in a pickle in that game. I decided to start a war on two fronts, and that's never a good thing. But I got confused. I thought I was going to be invading the same Skaven clan as I was before, but turns out nope. So I am now fighting that, but I made peace with one of the enemies, and I'm going through and trying to defend myself now. Because I've lost my main capital now to these Skaven, these rat vermin. And now I have to push forward and get it back. Okay. Add a little bit more white. I think I can get some more on there. Cool. I feel like I dry brushed too much paint off. Is there really... Yeah, there's a lot of paint on there. Now how is it? Okay. What's up, Dread? Hope you're doing well this evening. We're just doing a quick little dry brush before we actually add some paint on to these models. Actually, more white. I need to work on dry brushing a little bit more. I can't really get it fully down too well, I think. It's either on too much or too thin. Let's try this sword again. There you go. Yeah, that's better. I mean, it's definitely thicker. Let's see what else. Don't really know. I don't have anything else big going on. I had a good night hanging out with some friends last night, so I'm running on 4 hours of sleep, which is always nice to do. That's not a terrible thing. I planned on Sunday being my full rest day and everything, so. Ick. Okay, I think that is fine. What else? Do a lot of people here play Total War 3? Or like Warhammer Total War 3? Because I do kind of need advice on it. I said it before. I feel like I'm going in with like a chicken with its head cut off. It is a complicated game if you're not into that stuff. I enjoy the war, like the actual battle part aspect of it. That's been very fun. I've been playing that with like 3 other friends. And like every time we do actually have a battle, we like try to divvy up. We do like a 2v2. So we're not just going against the computer. We're actually like practicing on each other, trying to get better at all the combats. I'd say me and another friend, it's definitely coming down to a tyrant. Like, I still have a good big army that I can send at people. I just can't keep the second army going. I've lost a second army 2 times now. But in the long run, it was cost me money to have a second army, but it was also... It saved me from losing a couple cities, I think, a few times. Okay, you can be just like that. I need to hold it up like this, because no one can really see anything. Yeah, that works. And then... see. I think I still got paint on here. I do. Not too much. That's enough for what I'm trying to do. Excuse me. Kind of seems odd to me that like I've painted all these in black, then I sprayed gray on top with an airbrush, and now I'm dry brushing white on top. But the white's gonna, I think, be the good highlight detail I need, and the gray will be a perfect little shade. I've seen a few other people do this here or there before. I don't know the full artistic science behind it, but it looks good and it makes other models look good. Why was I about to do on that one? So I will do it. I'm trying to think what I'm going to do for the Chaos Space Marine here for this model. I could do it in like the Red Corsairs colors, but I don't know if I really want to do it in those colors. I'm open to suggestions if there are any on like other Renegade chapters that people know about, or maybe one of their own homebrew ones that they might want to do. This is too much paint, but I'm going to try very gently. I gotta wipe off more. Okay. I could try a whole new color scheme for it. I've had a few other color schemes pop in my head that I want to try for either Marines or for other models that I have. I kind of want to do like a bone white armor on this guy and see how that turns out. Okay, I got everything there. Now it's just for the Chaos guys stuff. Let's do your claw arm. I think I want to try giving the claws a bit of a glow effect. Oh, I bent one of them. No. I like to try and make them look like they're powered up when they are swinging at someone. Or maybe I'll do blood effect on them. I'm not quite sure yet. Yeah, that is a nice bit of extra color. Let's do your head. Something. It's added a little bit of something. I'm really excited to paint this fur. I think the fur is going to be the most fun to paint out of all these models. Because I like hitting fur with a nice contrast paint, so like when it goes into the recesses and stuff, it just makes it more... I won't use the word realistic, but I don't even think that's the correct word. It is... I don't know, I just like the way it looks. That's the best way I can say it. It's my hand. My hands are the thing that are in focus. I need this to be in focus. Start gaming. It's not a gaming thing. That is odd. I just realized I had the stream underneath the wrong category. It's been like saying it was a gaming stream. Like, it's not a gaming stream. Last time I did a gaming stream was the Warhammer game one. That took literally 2 days to do. That was a full 8-hour stream, that last one we did. I need to plan those out better. I felt bad for my my friend Ben by the end. He put up a good fight. I will say he put up a really good fight in the end of that game, but it's also a lot to comprehend for rules and stuff, and we were both tired by the end on both games. You're building a Terminator that will be your spawn. Ooh, that sounds cool. What do you mean by spawn, though? You piqued my interest with that. How's it going? I am painting up a Blade Guard Vet and a Red Corsairs Reaver Captain for a art competition that I'm doing. The premise of it is like a duel, hence the name of the stream. And they are going to fit on this base at some point. I got to paint the rest of this up, but they're going to sit on this base. So, yeah. Yeah, they look really good. I'm not doing Chaos, but a buddy of mine is. So, even though these are for like a competition, I am still going to use, or I'm going to make them usable on the tabletop. Which, I might actually do a Chaos now I think about it. I do have the Night Lord's Combat Patrol, but I need to get around to building it. Maybe that's what I'll make my Sunday being. I wanted to take a day and go to the workshop and just build and paint a bunch of stuff and have it for a video, not do stream stuff, but be like, bam, this is done, we're good. I think I can throw on a bit more. I don't normally do slap shop. Am I about to do that with these pieces here? Kind of. I mean, I'll throw on speed paint where I can, but that's not going to be the main paint I put on. Okay. I got everything dry brushed. So we're good there. I think I'm going to hold off on doing the Red Corsair model because I don't really know. I don't know if I want to paint him in Red Corsair or if I want to do him in another set of colors. Like, if anyone has suggestions, I am open to them and can paint up all that, I think. Yeah, we'll work on the Blade Guard. But if I get bored of doing these, I'm tempted to pull out some sponges and we work on some knights. Because I have a couple night models that I really want to finish. Ooh, it's not good. Ooh, that's cool. I have a box of Saturnine somewhere. I don't know where though in my collection. But that's a cool set of Terminators. Conversions and kit bashes are all very fun. I've been trying to do more of those just so that I keep having ideas that I want to try and all that. Okay, I'll try to hold this up a little bit closer for you guys to see. What's up, Neo? Hope you're doing well. You're all about Horus Heresy, the old 2nd edition 40k. Ooh. I haven't really gotten into Horus Heresy yet. I want to at some point, but I'm kind of firmly supplanted in 40k. So it makes it kind of hard sometimes to be like, I want to invest in something new. What's up, Table? Good to see you here. I hope you're having a good Saturday so far. Or would it be Sunday for you yet? I don't know. You got your hands on a Lord of Proxies finally. Ooh. Sounds good, or sounds fun. This definitely has to be the way I do it again in the future. This looks so nice for this paint. I figured I'd check. Oh, for those curious about the color scheme that I'm going to do for the Black Templar, I'm doing him in my chapter colors. I have a custom Space Marine chapter that I do. And first, I take an idea from the Dark Angels, and First Company is painted different than everyone else. So my Marines are painted in black armor with blue accents. At least the First Company guys. And everyone else is painted in blue, orange, and black. So I think I might actually go with a white armored Corsair for a good, like, contrast. What do you want about Jake? What? You went dummy off on the guy vitamin C gummies. Hey, at least you're taking your vitamins. At least you're taking your vitamins. You will never catch a coal again. Best of luck with that. Yeah, rub some dirt on it. That's the better way to handle it. I'd say definitely don't catch every disease imaginable. That's what Nurgle wants you to do. And we don't want to do what Nurgle wants. And... please let me know if you need me to, like, zoom in on stuff. Yes, this is for a diorama. Like I showed before, that hunk of, like, gray foam is the base. I am going to add some other colors and stuff to it at some point. But when I was on vacation, I decided to do this, and I found a nice little, like, creek area that I thought would be really cool if there was, like, a duel happening. I was just picturing that. Yeah, let's start painting up here. Maybe I can get away with the speed paints. I have until, like, sometime in June, I think. So, I want it to look good, but also speed is of the essence as well. And for those interested in the name of the competition, it's First Blood 2026, I believe, is the full name. I don't remember the name of the Instagram channels that are running it, but if you go to my personal Instagram page, I haven't posted anything on it yet, but I will share the competition when it is done and my piece on there for people to check out and vote on. It's a painting competition. So a lot of people are going and they're taking, like, two or more models, and they're painting them in the theme of a duel. And yeah, it's a diorama that Instagram itself is going to vote on. Not like the company Instagram, but people that, like, see the post will vote on it. Just the painting. They're not doing anything with games or anything like that. But I mean, I play the game as well. I prefer painting over the game, but I try to do every part as much as I can, just so I can enjoy all facets of this hobby. I think quite a few. It's probably in the double digits, like the high double digits. I don't know how many exactly, but we'll even see if I get around to getting this finished. I can definitely bring this more like that. I appreciate that. This is the second time I'm doing a competition piece. I was in the same one last year. I definitely got at the bottom of the rung, but it was a big learning experience, and I enjoyed it very much. And I wanted to do more, but never really took the time or went around to do any more competitions in the area. At least where I'm from. How's it going, Swiggity? Good to hear that you got a unit of Kriegers done, and that, I mean, sorry to hear that a couple of the models broke, but you can always get them fixed. Oh, that's cool. I'd love to give it a read when you have a chance of sharing it with everybody. Always good to get like a nice centerpiece model for your army and all that, Swiggity. Tanks, and I think for guard, tanks are like one of the most useful pieces. Even if it's a work in progress, I'd still like to see it. Okay. Yes, I do. So, here we go. We'll put you on your base, and we'll take you. So these ones that I'm grabbing are the easiest that I have. So I have this Norn Emissary. I have, so this is the first like big model I actually have fully completed. There's parts I missed, but was pretty proud of this guy. Still proud of this one. And then I got this kit bashed captain with relic shield. I'm missing his shield. It's somewhere in my office, but this was my first proper kit bashed model. I kit bashed it with the Master Lazarus from the Dark Angels and a Emperor's Champion. And then the axe is a 3D printed piece. So, very happy with this one. And then the last one that I'm going to show is actually last year's competition entry. Just kind of show the difference. So that captain with the hammer and stuff was made after I did all this. Initially I had like it only on this, and then I realized I needed a second model, so I had like Rush Job do a second one. But yeah, this was last year's. Everything's magnetized because I still want to use him, but that's something that's been happening a little bit recently with him. But other than that, everything else is in its cases still, and I haven't pulled them out. I think doing stuff like that is good every once in a while. Or at least deciding to take a model and put your entire like backbone into a model. Yeah, I kind of was going for like a tree look for the armor and stuff. Where was I in my train of thought? I think doing stuff like this is actually good every once in a while because it makes you push yourself a little bit further in your painting and really try something new, and having it as a time crunch, be like, okay, I gotta get this done. So then you start to even like learn your process a bit better. Be like, okay, I can do this, this, and this in this amount of time. Take the Slanesh Demonette claws and affix them to the Tau drone. Ooh, yeah. It's not a bad option. To get like a very crab thing. Hi, Rory, what's up? Okay. Now we're going to set that to the side. Let's work on his arms. And there's too much speed paint on that part there. This is the hard part when it starts to actually dry. I'm trying to wick off whatever extra paint there is. Okay. What do you mean? I never had a rat buddy. Your favorite conversion is to take Bloodletter legs and affix them to a Chaos Space Marine torso. Add a loincloth and some other changes. And the Marine is a transition to Demonhood. Oh, almost like a... You can't use them like a possessed. Never had a rat buddy. What am I? Nah. I never had a mouse or a rat on stream. You guys are being crazy. Well, that's what I was picturing when you were like describing the way it looks as the conversion. Which I think it sounds really cool to actually take those demon bits and then throw them in with the Chaos Marines. I don't need you. trying to do some weird stuff. I will take a look at what you tagged me in a moment, table. One I should try getting. So the other idea I had with this is that these guys were like battle brothers or knew each other. So now it's even more, at least in my mind, story-wise, more impactful that they are dueling and fighting each other because they were initiates together and like grew up on the planet, and one is following the chaos and one did not. Dig the flannel? Thank you. It has been my only shirt I've worn all day long. I am very much a flannel guy, and because I wasn't going anywhere, I'm like, I'm just going to wear a flannel all day. Not saying I'm not wearing pants. I am wearing pants. Just like, no need to be all fancy. This is where I wish this little tilted shield was on the chest. Because it is actually... You are of the 1990s stocks. You wear flannel. Yeah. I'm 1998. So, I'm the last 2 years. Never listened to Nirvana. I'm sure I've heard their music. I actually haven't listened to anything like modern nowadays. I'm sure there is some good stuff that's being made by like modern artists and stuff, but I feel like music back when I was younger had quite a different vibe than music nowadays. Oh, geez. You know what? I shouldn't be too surprised. And... I really like doing the shields and all that on these guys. There's a lot of really nice detail on them, but oh boy, do I need to make sure I stay within the lines. There's one little screw up and it gets really hard to fix it. Okay. I The one downside to this black armor is that it doesn't really show the dry brushing and stuff really that well through it. Like, here's the shield and all that. I don't think it shows... It doesn't show, like, what's darker and what's lighter that well at all. Like, the bottom's supposed to be... The bottom's supposed to be darker than the top, but... Or maybe it does. Maybe it does, and I'm just not really seeing it. What did you send in Discord? Ooh, I like that. I like that table. That's a really good idea. Was it you that were you were working on like the Nemesis claws, right? Or was that someone else that was doing it? Ah, it was you. Okay. Oh, jeez. Excuse me. The Nemesis Claws are a kill team box. So they're pretty much just Night Lord Legionnaires. Okay. Do I want to do this guy in black? I think I do. Well, not his entire armor in black, but I have an idea. How's it going, Shadow? Tonight I am working on a diorama, as the title says in the stream. I am doing this for a art competition. Thank you. What I did for dry brushing was literally take an airbrush, spray it with gray, try to do white, didn't work, and then I hit white over it on top for dry brushing. So that is what I did for colors with that. On that subject, let me... Yeah, I want to see if there's anything that I want to paint black on this guy's armor, because there is... I think I'm going to try a color scheme I had popped to my head. I might actually do it for my Night Lords, if this looks good, which would be really cool. I kind of like the idea of like a yin-yang thing going on with this guy. So I want to try that. There's not really a lot here that is a joint or something. But yeah, I've been trying to get better with a couple different techniques. I like the airbrush. I'm still learning how to use it. But when it comes to big models or like doing stuff like this, like I did these Sisters of Battle, we're done with the airbrush. It works for sword sliding, and then I can dry brush on top to get some extra white detail. But you can also get the same thing with dry brushing. Just dry brush it gray and then white on top. Just be lighter on the white dry brushing. Oh, I forgot about your head. Let's take... Oh yeah, and I forgot about that guy's head, so I'm not done with the black yet. We are going to... Nope, that's too much paint for that guy. We need this head, because it gets smothered. Bring it up closer. I probably should have like glued this to something so it doesn't move around, but eh. Oh, no, I do armies. Dioramas are not normally a thing that I do. This is the second time I've ever really done a diorama. I'm more just doing stuff for my armies and all that. I can grab some other models in a second that I've painted up to kind of just show like the rest of my army and my style pretty much. Kind of surprised that. No, it is. What armies do I have? First, on Table's thing, that is sad, because the guy looks like he makes some really cool kit bashes and models. And I went through his channel and saw, like, yeah, he has spurts where it's really high, and then really low, and then really high, and it's just like, all of his content, it should be like a consistent growth, but it's not going to be, because it's not how YouTube is. So, I think I've seen his stuff before here and there. I just don't remember what I watched. Okay, now. Rory, no. Nobody. It's okay. You are a good boy. You are a good boy. You are a good pupper. Yes, you is. Okay, so focus. My doggo. He is right here. Hi. Yes, I see you. Watch yourself. What? What is that? Do you need to go out? Okay. Do. Yeah, I'll do this. this guy. That one. And where is the sergeant? This guy. Yeah. Well. So, some other models that are part of my army and all that. I have this chaplain. This, there is a video on this guy. I kit bashed him to look like a Judiciar. Really, all I did was just add a shield and the sword from the Black Templar box to him. And he's been a very faithful one. He has like one of the best leather coats I've ever done. And I'm not sure, I can't remember how I fully replicated that. I think I like layered the colors on top and then I just coated it in contrast paint. And then I got an apothecary, which I'm pretty proud of. I know it's very colorful, all that stuff. What's the real swamp crest with the friends? You finally figured it out. You finally truly figured it out. And then I went with the bone just because of the original idea for my chapter. I was going to call these guys like the Paleo Marines and be like, oh, they're like really like dinosaur coated, all that other stuff. And then I just went through there. But this is like a regular intercessor. This is my sergeant for my army. At least for his 5-man squad. And then, because I do run as Dark Angels every once in a while, I got an Inner Circle Companion that I am happy with. But for armies that I do, my main one is Space Marines. I just finished doing Imperial Knights for a 500 Worlds Crusade. That one was a lot of fun. Getting to learn how to play knights and all that stuff. That was a fun experience. And I have Custodes that are really just collecting dust on my shelf. But they are the first army I've ever actually completed. And then eventually I want to do Tyranids and Guards. So, I've been pretty happy with everything. I have a couple kill teams. I have like the Necrons kill team and all that stuff. That at some point I need to finish building it. Let's do your backpack. So this is Army Painter's Magic Blue Speed Paint that I am using. This is a very nice, vibrant blue. Oh. Ooh, nice. Yeah, mostly Space Marines. I think I have like over 3K points worth of Space Marines. It's what got me into the hobby. I like the way they look, and it's what I've stuck with. And I painted them all as my chapters when I do it. I like making my own custom stuff when it comes to Warhammer. I don't know. I like having my own little bit of personality added to stuff. But not that there isn't really cool chapters and stuff like that out there. There really is. Like, I almost did... Well, they're unbuilt. They're unbuilt, either sitting in boxes or unpainted. Has been the biggest thing. Like, I would always go to the store, buy a box, come home, try to get around to painting it, but never would. But I've had I still got models from the first like original 2,000 points I bought that are unpainted and uncompleted. So they need to be done at some point. I think once I have some free schedule time stuff, I'm going to do either a short, like do a bunch of shorts for it, or do a video series being like, I'm trying to complete this army list and I'm going to bust it out in 500 point increments. So it's like, okay, this is 500 points of this army done and 500 points of this. And I might start with First Company, get that done, but I'm not sure. Wow, that is a beautiful blue. Holy crap, look at that. Yeah. Sorry for having it so far away, but the black, I probably could have thinned it down a little bit more to actually see the shadow. But the blue, you can see the shadow perfectly. Yeah, so when I do speed paint, that's the blue armor I want for my army. I normally do acrylics on top, but I might be switching to speed paints and doing this. I love that song. That is a song from my childhood. I didn't fully know what it meant at the time, and I probably still don't fully know what it means. But that is a good song. Let's get... let's see. Damn, I gotta be doing this in the future. Look at that tabard. That looks so good against it. Oh, I'm so happy with this. I'm glad I'm doing this speed paint first. The hard part is I am going to add acrylic on top of it. It looks almost Night Lord-ish. Night Lords are a bit more of a purple-ish blue. Like the lightning part, yeah. It's not a bad idea though, it being a Night Lord style. Midnight blue for Night Lords. Ooh, okay. I think what I'm going to do in the future for myself, at least like for speed and stuff, I'm going to do the speed paint for like every other model. But if I want to do and like if I want to do a character model or stuff like that, I'm going to actually use acrylic paint and stuff and paint it up really nice. A lot of the older 40k armor does look really nice. I will admit with that. Although I am a big fan of Mark 10, but that's because I got into Warhammer during 10th edition, like mid to late 10th edition. So I'm a really big fan of the Mark 10. It looks very knight-like as well with the grill mask. And oh, the official colors. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. It's a... Midnight blue is a very, like, dark blue color. Almost when you get so dark, it goes to black to purple. In a bit, or in a way. And then we'll do the insides. Oh, interesting. I don't know what it is, but this blue's making me fall in love with this color scheme all over again. I'm so glad I picked up this color. Like, this is my favorite color, blue. I don't know why. It's just the blue that I want. Ooh, nice. Is the Mark III the, like, grill helmet? Is it similar to, like, this style? That grill helmet, almost spike on the head? Or is it, more the angry scream face? Try to get in the light there. I'm also going to check on the dog. He's still outside, and I'm going to let him in. What's up, Jack? How you doing? More like the Iron Warriors grill face. Ooh, okay. That's a very nice looking helmet. I gotta tighten up this arm at some point. Weight has been pushing on that quite a bit. Did I miss? I did miss a spot. The main problem with doing like a white with some speed paints is that if you miss a spot, it shows through. Okay. Is there anywhere that I've missed? I think the hard part is I am going to end up covering this blue. I think with acrylic paints. This just kind of shows more of my shadows and stuff. I don't know though. Haven't played with Ultramarine since 7th edition, but they will finally get to battle in 11th. Nice. Most of the time you've been playing with Tyranids or Orcs against your gaming group. What is the worst ads, in my opinion? Raid Shadow Legends. Personally, you hate the TurboTax ad where they sing it. Yeah, I don't get those ads personally, but I'm not their target demographic. Yeah, I feel like anyone that throws an ad about like, you should vote for me, it instantly just makes me be like, I don't want to vote for you anymore because you're throwing an ad my way. Excuse me. And I need these. Do. Mini Wargamer Dave. I love Apocalypse Armies. Ooh. I might have to check that out. Ooh, excuse me. Does anyone have here play Volton? You think you want to collect them, but you don't know where to start? I'd say do the research into the Votan and see like if you want to play, like actually play with the tabletop on the army and all that stuff, look up and see how other people play them and kind of learn before you just like jump in. That way you get a base idea. And then it doesn't... You could also get the combat patrol just to have a beginning army for them. Yeah, the Rule of Cool is also a really big one. Rule of Cool, to an extent, weighs out most things. I wish I spent more time doing research into how to play and all that, and some armies. Also, I wish I slowed down my rate of buying models and stuff quite a bit. I think I kind of threw myself in a pickle currently, and I'm trying to dig myself out of it. Damn. That looks so nice. Okay. You have about, oh Lord, waiting in for retirement. Or waiting in for your retirement. Yeah. I got plenty of stuff to keep me busy for the next couple years. Although I am... Yes, I do have a Discord. It is in the stream description here. It's also in the channel description. And it's completely free to join. So it's not just Warhammer that... even though we do mostly talk about Warhammer on here because I paint and do all that stuff, there is other hobbies I want to get into. I want to get into metalworking, like blacksmithing stuff, some carpentry. I'd like to get into cosplay, and a couple other hobbies like that. Like I've made a prop gun out of a Nerf gun here. I've made a couple purity seals just completely by scratch here on the channel. I say I'm working on this. It's really spotty whenever I work on it. I want to do an Inquisitor cosplay at some point. It's been a very slow process of working on that. Really, I just kind of got to get everything together, see what I have, and then decide what else I need from there. So something that annoys me about this model is I put the shoulder pauldrons on backwards. This is actually supposed to be on this arm, and that one's supposed to be on this arm. Perfect. Yeah, it's, like I said, that what am I trying to say? I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. I'm probably reaching the end of my limit, but I'm going to push through until I feel like dropping. Like I said earlier in the stream, I'm currently running on 4 hours of sleep. I went to bed at 1 o'clock this morning, and I woke up at 5 o'clock. And then I drove an hour home. Laid in bed, but didn't sleep for a few hours. And then I hopped on, played Total War Warhammer 3 with some friends until we started at 10, went on till noon. And then I've been home trying to do apartment stuff. You have talked about the Cult of the True Pug before. I think Ando, Ando's talked about. They want me to put a pug somewhere in the diorama. Maybe if I get a chance to, I'll do it. I haven't bought the model. Hasn't really been a priority on my list to throw on there because I feel like it'd be funny, but it might take away from what I'm trying to convey. But we'll see. Okay. We'll take a look at what you posted in Discord. Ooh. Those are pretty cool. I love the Seraphon models. I need to finish my spearhead for the Seraphon. I like how you have the Dark Eldar ship for your, looks like, what, guardsman slash... Is this supposed to be chaos? Interesting. Ugh. Pretty good mixture, I'd say. Okay. You're gonna flay the pug. Don't flay the pug! What did the pug do to you, Table? We don't need to start a holy war in here. We've already had a civil war. Now we don't need another one. We don't need any other wars. Someone go to Table's house and take away every single knife, every single sharp object in its entire house, and remove every single dog in a 200-mile radius. The Star Wars are based on Star Wars, the one with the Drukhari stuff. Oh, nice. I didn't even realize that they were Star Wars. I thought they were all just Warhammer stuff. You hate pugs? Do you hate modern pugs, or do you just hate the breed in general? Because they're trying to make or they're trying to like make the older style of pug, like the healthy breed, in quotes healthy breed, be like the standard again. Same thing with like French Bulldog or any other breed of dog that is now like heavily deformed. Some places have been trying to turn them back into their original form. They are Warhammer 40k stuff, but the Star Wars are inspired by it. Okay. Use the pug like an accordion? They're so scrunchy. No, don't use a pug like an accordion. That's not what a pug is for. Actually, what was the original, like... Okay, you hate the unhealthy parts. So if the breed standard was to change and get rid of what made them unhealthy, then you'd like pugs. Honestly, I think going through and like changing a lot of what we consider breed standards for animals kind of needs to happen. Because a lot of it is just not healthy for the animals anymore. And I don't know why do people think a dog that literally like huffs and puffs to breathe is cute? They're not, though. I don't think they're adorable. I'm not a small dog fan at all. I like medium to big dogs. I have a medium dog in my house. We have an Australian Shepherd, and he is awesome. I love him. He is the best boy. He is needy sometimes, but he needs the love. Ugh. Chihuahuas. No thank you. What's up, Joseph? Sweetie, I do not disagree with you on that. And even though I'm talking about not liking a certain breed of animal, all that stuff, doesn't mean that the animal doesn't deserve love and stuff. I do want to state that for a fact. I'm not hating on a breed to hate them. Like, no. I dislike the health standards and also... Really, it's the health standards and also, like, why do you have a thing that small to begin with? That's where my stuff kind of lies with it. I need to find a way to, like, make this zoom in more for you guys. Like, I understand what I have, but... Nothing healthy, I think. You got bit in the butt by a dog once. What breed dog bit you? Okay. Ah. Okay. It's not like you asked for credentials. I mean, you could have, but no. I'm now picturing an actual table going up to a dog to be like, "Yo, I need your credentials because you just chewed part of my leg off." Let's see. I'm trying to be very careful around this shield part because I'm going to try doing the skulls and the shield in actual bone. Make them kind of pop through. It probably faded away over time, the scar. Like, I have scars I got from high school, and they faded away quite a bit from what they used to be. I'll show that to you guys. See you later, Shadow. That is what the shield looks like so far. I think it looks pretty cool. I didn't realize there are two skulls on the left and right side of the big skull. And there's one up top too. So I'm going to have to try and paint that in... excuse me. I think our bodies just kind of become a tapestry of our lives as we get older. all the scars and other little things that's happened to us over time. Ooh, ow! Damn, Swiggity. That sounds painful. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, I bet you screamed though as a baby. I would if I was a baby and that happened to me. Okay. Probably... We're probably going to keep working on the blade guard, to be honest, because every time I finish one part of it, another part dries by the time I get done with it. We'll see if I even get to doing this. Am I stoked? I am super stoked. So, I've been into Warhammer now for like over 2 years. And this is my first like edition change, and I'm seeing the rules and I'm like, these seem like big improvements from what 10th currently's got going on. I think I like that they're kind of pushing toward narrative in a way. I'm a big fan of playing Crusade and all that, so Crusade is my bread and butter when playing. Ah, excuse me. Okay. Those colors are done. Well, I should probably pull out the browns. There's something weird going with their terrain rules. Like lots and lots of terrain. I haven't kept up to date with what's going on, but what I remember... Actually, I need to check my settings randomly. Because I don't know if my computer changed my audio settings. I have to check it every once in a while. Nope, still has me at the same. Microphone fell down. Great. Didn't need that to happen. Ooh. Oh, I can go there. What do I got here? This holds my contrast paint. And then I think it's this one for the eyes. Yeah, I apologize. I went to turn and move, and the cord for my microphone got pulled, and it just dropped the mic on the floor. So I apologize about that. I am good. Nothing for me happened. It was just cables getting caught up. It sounded like you had a trampoline accident. I mean, it fell onto like some spruce and stuff I have in my office. Okay, we're gonna use this for the eyes. I feel like this is going to be one of those where I need to add white and do a bunch more. Were you talking about your scar? Like the one scar you said you had? Yeah, we're gonna redo those eyes at some point. Hi, Rory. What's up? Is there any? There is. Let's see if I can even pull. Okay. We're going to try and add white. I'm not good at doing eyes. I always hit a little bit over. I can probably make it look like it's actually glowing. Yeah, I can. Okay, we got a little bit of eye glow. Ooh. Ooh. Good night, Joseph. I don't really do faces, and what I'm... Okay, one, I don't like the way faces look, at least like unhelmeted faces look. I think that it's really dumb combat-wise. And I'm just trying to work on these eye lenses, if it will even focus. I can bring it here. I got it white in there now. And I'm going in with Iyanden yellow. Yeah, I'm going with Iyanden yellow contrast paint. Okay. And holy crap, it actually looks somewhat decent. Well, no, I understand like why they do it. Don't get me wrong. It's just a personal preference. I got nothing against it. It's just what I think looks cool or whatnot. No, I've not tried Dark Tide. I wish this would focus on the helmet itself, but you guys can kind of see. Come on. Yeah. I should be painting like this so you guys can see, but comfortable for me is down here. So I should bring it up here, or I should find a way to like zoom in. Can I actually zoom in? Hold on a sec. Use alter. Trying to see if there's a way that I could zoom in on the camera side, but I think the only way I can zoom in for you guys it's gonna be weird. It's not a bad idea. Okay, let's go to camera. So I need to actually pick this up and find a corner. I can do that. How would that look for you guys? Would that be... Is that better? Oh, that is better. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized it is off-center. Can you... There. Well, I also do these because eventually I plan... On some of these, I plan on... turning these into videos. Like this one I want to make look like a video, so this will probably be better. You guys can see things a lot closer. If I really want to do a border, I'll do a border at some point, but I just been lazy. I like that quote. That's a good quote. Let's see, give this a good shake. So now I'm going to go with Gore Grunt of Fur. This is, I do have a couple, so some, I used to stick with Citadel paints, now Warhammer paints, but I've switched over the years to Army Painter. There's still a couple that I stick with just because I like the way they look. And I think they turn out pretty well. And one of those being is Gore Grunt of Fur for leather. The consistency is actually pretty good. Some of the Citadel paints that I have are, they need to be thinned down a lot more. And I mean, could I take the time to thin them down? Yeah, but I don't. I love Path of Titans! Ah, table! Yes, okay. I haven't played it in a while, but it's such a good game! I follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Usually, when I play with Ben, or Afro, or Shivs, whatever I name him, he flies around as like one of the little flyers, like the smallest one, and I'll be like the medium-sized one. But I'll like switch between one, like I'm working on a Allosaurus in like the main server. Path of Titans is a dinosaur survival game. So you spawn in as a baby dinosaur, and then you gotta do quests and stuff to get experience to level up. There's another one that came out before it called The Isle. The Isle started this, but there's been other games that came out and have kind of like improved upon things that The Isle hasn't improved on. There's no humans. No humans. So it's more just like just dinosaurs. The Isle is similar to Jurassic Park in a way that like you can play as a human, and it's the same idea of like you're a dinosaur and you level up, but yeah. So it's a fun one. I haven't played it in a few months, but it's been one that I want to try playing again. Let's see. Other than that, I don't play herbivores that much. I have a Styracosaurus that I've been leveling up for a while as my main herb. Oh, that's shitty. It's a shitty thing for that person to do. I was gonna say, I don't play the Isle because I can't update the game to the version that's the newest. So I'm still stuck in like an older version. A long time ago, we played an RPG, Robot Tech, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, or Battletech D&D, Hero Quest, all that stuff. I still play that stuff to this day, like D&D and all that. I've met someone that is in the Battletech and wants to try it. Or I'll try it. No worries, Table. No worries on explaining. I can fully understand, like, where you're coming from. I just explained why I don't play it. And personally, I prefer Path of Titans over the Isle. Like, just comparing the two games, it's one that I enjoy more. Haven't played it in a bit, and I do want to play it again at some point. Okay. All the parts that didn't get any gray or anything are just going to look not that good. But that's why I will also use acrylics after. Actually, my current D&D group, I'm not DMing, another friend of mine is. We're going on week 3? No, this is week 4 with no D&D. And there's not, so we might have like it might actually be over a month since we've all played D&D together. And that's because I went on vacation for 2 weeks. And then we got back and we were going to play D&D, and then two of the people that were going to play went out drinking the night before and got really plastered and were extremely tired. And they just didn't show up on time. And also for context, I live an hour away from all these people. So I have to drive an hour out of my way to go meet up with them. So we played Magic instead, and then they're going to MagicCon this weekend in Vegas. Which I'd be going on that trip, but I don't have the money to do that, so I'm going to plan for next year. And then yeah, so I'm hoping we can play D&D again soon, but we'll see. Actually, no, it'll be even more time after that, because then after they go to MagicCon, 2 of them are going to a wedding, so it'll be even more time that they're gone. So it might even be 2 months. Jesus. TSR had some cool modules for D&D. Then Wizards of the Coast really simplified it all. Thunder Rift was a badass module / setting with like 10 adventures to buy with fold-out maps and stuff. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds like a good set of modules. I think I bought most of the modules for like D&D 5e, not like the newest D&D. I haven't even opened that book, nor do I really want to look in it. Okay, is there anywhere that I've missed on this guy? I don't think so. Damn, is he looking pretty good. He's looking pretty damn good. Let's get that closed. I'm going to check on a few things. I realize we're at 365. We're at a full year of people. Do that. Table is typing somewhere. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Okay. I'm getting down to like the smaller, simpler things. Really, all these other little bits I should kind of wait on. Yeah. We're going to move over to doing this guy. And I'm going to try and do the opposite of what I did with this guy. So I'm going to do white for the armor. Not pure white. I'm actually going to do like Wraithbone and then go up from there. And then I want to do, I think, black for the trim. Or maybe another color. I'm open to suggestions on other colors that could pair well with the white. But I kind of want to try a white and black armor. I could do white and red. Could do white and red. Because that would literally be the yin-yang part. Although I think I want the yin-yang to kind of come from the armor. Not really the trim color. Ah, that's where you were typing. So. But yeah, if anyone has like suggestions for colors, I'm open to them. I will try and just post some pics in the Discord. Okay. Oh yeah, I was looking at this terrain that you were showing off. This is all terrain you made yourself, I'm assuming. Is that made out of foam, or what did you use for that? I want to make my own terrain at some point. I gotta do that. I'm gonna read that later table just so I can keep going, but that is a lot. Actually, I want this. I want this Wraithbone. I mean, how bad would Wraithbone and Red look together? Yeah, you play the Haz, which is the biggest flying dinosaur. Well, in quotes, dinosaur. I haven't really found a main yet. I do the middle flying guy, which I can't remember his name. Just to explore the map. I really played Sarko for quite a bit. I liked playing him before they added all the aquatic stuff. It is, and you're doing what the Haz is meant to do, but as a baby, I'm not a fan of it. I was an Aloe. I think I was like a young juvie Aloe, or maybe like an older juvie, and I got killed by a Haz. Used a sheet of styrofoam from Hobby Lobby, styrofoam packing, cardboard packing, plant seed pot, plastic packaging, texture paint, and sand, etc. That's a good combo. That might be something I do tomorrow, is like work on a... I want to do like a kill team board. I was going to do it on stream, but I might actually just do that like at the workshop and build it there. You're fine, Swiggity. If you had things to do, you had things to do. No one's holding anything against you for like being gone. Let's put this in the white. It is fun, like, just looking at what you have and then going and building just something from there. Also, Table, are you going to tell me after the Spino fended off the two Rexes, you went in and, like, killed one of the other ones for a meal? Or did you, like, just get a free meal after the Spino lost? We're going to need to do a few layers of this wraith bone to get it proper. Maybe that's what I should do for one of the streams, is do a Path of Titan stream. I don't know if a lot of people would watch it, but well, if I streamed it, the problem is I think people would find me and end up killing me. And I really don't want that to be the case. Although, have you seen the They Shall No... I don't think I have. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no, I have not seen it. You know what, Table? You're making me really want to play Path of Titans. I might take some time out of my schedule tomorrow or sometime soon to do it. It's a secret levels, Yeah, I haven't seen anything on secret levels. Is that the... Is secret levels like the one with like Titus and the other Marine just like mowing through a bunch of people? Okay. I have seen clips of it. I've not seen the whole thing. Yes, I have seen Astartes. Astartes is really good. I think the person that made Astartes got hired by GW to work on their animations. I'd assume you say that to tell me that the person that worked on Astartes also worked on it. Knowing me, Table, like, if I wake up early in the morning, okay. It'll probably be, like, the first thing I do in the morning. Oh, wait, no, tomorrow's Monday for you. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Oh. I think I like this idea with the Wraithbone. Is he really? Oh, that's gonna be so cool. Is that the one where it's like 75% water and very little land? Because I have some dinos on the new one they did as well. I was playing on the new one for a bit, actually. Simon Peterson made Astartes. He got hired by GW and was a graphic layout artist for secret levels. He'll be involved with Astartes too. Perfect. Your Telemann dog soldier are effectively space lizards. I mean, they look very similar. Like I see, or the one that's like with Huron and stuff. That is kind of what they look like. This is going to take a few layers of Wraithbone to get. Oh, it is? What's the name of his chapter? Because he made another, like, animation before Astartes, or was it Astartes that I'm thinking of? It might be Astartes I'm thinking of. Oh, that's a cool name. I don't think this will ever happen, but I would love for one of my homebrew things to get put into Warhammer. I would love it. You're good. You are fully good. You do not need to apologize for leaving for all that. Okay, I'll be fully honest. One of these days, I'm going to beat it into your guys' head that you don't need to apologize for leaving. You are humans. You have your own lives. It's okay. It's like I say at the end of every stream. You don't have to chat or do anything. Just having you here is more than enough. What are you talking about? There was never a mouse. We've never had a mouse on this stream. Who are you talking about? Yeah. There was never any mice on this stream. If Captains and Terminator armor is your power, what are you without it? A really strong superhuman. Now I'm telling you, there was never, ever, I've never had any, like, mice or stuff. I've had hamsters when I was younger. I mean, the angel thing was always going to be temporary. It was just a, like, funny little thing for, like, oh, I was gone for a long time, but now I'm back. And, like, I have arisen. I did adjust the angle to be closer. I can fully do that. It's so that, like, I don't have to worry about holding it up so closely. Actually, to me, this is so... This is better than holding it up, like, right to the camera like I was before to get you guys to see it. This is actually really good. Nah. No. You're just seeing things. I think they're kind of confused with, like, a story that I talked about before. I mean, I had the idea of, like, making a little mascot besides my character on stream. You know, just something to represent channel that, but I never got around to it. So, but I've talked about it before. Maybe that's what they're referencing. Is Mouse a screen name? No. No, I honestly don't know where they're getting it from. They kind of... I think Chad has made this, like, diabolical character that is somehow, like, the worst being ever. I don't know where they got it from. Oh, the paintbrush? So if I ever need to point at something on stream, I can move around and point, be like, oh yeah, look at this, look at this, look at this. I mean, that is true. So yeah, that is a D&D character I did have at one point. I mean, I did tell a story before about Mouse, like, was a pet for one of my D&D characters, who also is the basis of, like, my little lizard guy that I have on screen. So, I am a part of, not active in anymore, of a online Discord D&D group. And one of the characters that I played was a salamander that was 6 inches tall and wide. And he hated anything that was human with a passion. He was a ranger wizard combo. And he would test things that he thought were human, and he would test to see if they were good or evil by giving them a marshmallow. If they saved it and all that stuff, they went into a list of, like, good people. If they ate it or did anything like that, then they were convinced as... Then they were put into the bad people list. I had the idea of using his pet mouse for the experiment instead, but I figured it would, one, not fly on the server, and B, I didn't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. So I stuck with marshmallows. Oh, it was fun. That was my goofy fun character. His main goal was to get... My main goal with him was to get the wish spell and wish away... just wish away all humans. Except for the ones on his list. How did I come up with... What? How did I come up with the idea of that character? Or, like, what is your question exactly, Swiggity? Also, Jack, I don't know what you're on about. I'm just chilling here painting. I don't know. It was just something small and squishy, and most people, when they... Like, when you see marshmallows, you're gonna eat a marshmallow. I'm apt to do it as well. Like, I'm just gonna eat a marshmallow. So, kind of knowing how people, like, interact with that, I wanted to kind of subvert their expectations of like, oh, eating the marshmallow is a bad thing. Do not eat the marshmallow. Yeah. And like, I didn't want... Because also knowing people like... Some people when they play a character, they're going to just like squish a mouse. And I did not want to squish a mouse at all. I think Sap was my like evil character. I didn't get rid of mouse. There is no mouse. I don't know where you are thinking this comes from. I mean, would you guys want a little mouse mascot? I could make one. But it seems like you're calling whatever this thing is evil, and that just isn't. That just seems weird. So you have a degree in. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And you've been an archaeologist for 25 plus years, ever since the advert internet mixed with AI. It has become evident to me that it is no longer a serious species. Wait, what? You have a degree in anthropology. You've been an archaeologist for 25 plus years. Ever since the advert of the internet mixed with AI, it has become evident to you that it's not a serious species, not at all. Oh. No, not the marshmallows. So, the idea, and I'm going to take the paintbrush here. This character that I am that bounces up and down, he originated as an idea of being like a sentient lizard. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. I used the marshmallows as a weird test and just kind of mess with people to make them think that they were evil, because the main goal, even though like I wanted to have the character get Wish, I wanted him to get like redeemed. Like I wanted him to realize that humans are not evil and that they're actually good. Yeah, just picture this as like 6 inches wide and round as a green lizard. Yeah, I'm sorry for like made that confusing. I thought I explained that in the beginning. So yeah, actually, go. I don't know if I want. Jack, I don't want an answer to that question. I don't want to know. You are fixated on this thing. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad I grew up with the internet, but god damn has it changed. Did I take who to the taxidermist? Table, why did you want me to taxidermy a mouse? That's just very odd. Like, why would you do that? Okay, supposedly Swiggity has proof of there being a mouse. I don't see anything. You just gotta picture my foot and hand and the paintbrush. There's nothing there, Swiggity. AI is an onslaught that is going to change things a great deal in a not too distant future. We've collectively in what would be called a, not sure how to pronounce that, event, which usually results in a mass oh jeez, I hope that's not the case. God, I hope, I really hope we're not speeding ourselves into our own extinction, but we are most likely doing that, and I don't know how I want to respond to that, because it saddens me. Like, we should be using it as a benefit, but it's just doing way more harm in the long run than it is doing good. Like, with the environment, it's being terrible for people living in the area that these places are being built. It's causing problems because people then can't afford their electricity bills, all this other stuff. I do see the heart reactions, whoever's reacting with that. I'm glad you are enjoying the content. I'm telling you guys, there's no mouse. I don't know where you guys are getting this from. Oh, it's you. I do chuckle whenever I see like a huge spurt of like reactions and all that stuff. It does put a smile on my face. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. It is kind of a Pandora's box that we are like. Have we opened it yet, or have we opened this box, or like are we on the cusp of opening it? That is a question. Swiggy said he somehow posted evidence, but I didn't see anything. Do 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 do. AI has revealed all of the collective experiences we as a species has logged. And the result to you is one abject horror is this species is silly. Why would I do what? What have I done? I have done nothing. I have done nothing but chill here and paint. I don't know where you assume there was this mouse. Jackie's trolling. He must be. He's trying to get a bit out of me at this point. I mean, do you guys want a mascot? Like I said before, I'd be happy to make a mascot. It just seems like you guys have talked about this figment of your imaginations before, and that it's some evil being. No, I haven't. I can look it up after stream and take a look at it. Damn, this is a big difference between the actual acrylic paint and the contrast I was using before. It's just banter. Yeah. Where are we at with stuff? Why does it bother you so much, my guy? If there was a mouse, it's just an image on the screen. And so what if it's there or it isn't? Like, it's not the end of the world. I mean, if you're here specifically for a mouse, then, like, I don't know what to tell you. There's only ever been me. I will admit, I kind of assume everyone's older in this stream until I'm proven wrong. It's just, to my experience so far with everyone that is into Warhammer, they are within the older age of double digits. Meaning like late 20s to plus. Well, what time do you need to be up in the morning? Oh, God. I know I'm getting older. I feel old. I will admit. I know there's older people than me here. But I say that being like, I'm no longer a young person as much as I still want to be and think that I can relate to people and all that stuff. I do miss high school. I wish I enjoyed my time with my friends more. Like high school to early 20s. Were like the best years. Just the freedom, just to hang out, do whatever we wanted, all that. And then really once COVID hit, our lives just changed. We blamed COVID, but it was going to happen either way. But COVID just kind of accelerated a lot of what we were going to be dealing with. Like, my friends were graduating college when the shutdowns happened. Like, they had no graduations. I didn't go to college. I kind of wish I did a little bit, because now I kind of know what I want to do. But to do it... Well, I know what I want to do, but it's being taken away by modern technology, as well as say. I will be 28 this year. I graduated in 2016. And in 2020, would have been the year that my friends and stuff graduated college. And I was going to go to a bunch of their graduations down in Mass. What do you mean, oh no? Yeah, I don't hide the fact that I'm older. I know what's coming. 23. You say you flatter me, good sir. You flatter me. How's it going, Rule? Welcome to stream. 24, COVID hit during your freshman year of spring break. Huh. I don't know what you're on about, Jack. I have no idea what you're on about. I am 28. I will be 28 in May. You thought it was 82. Ah. COVID sucked. So, actually, for what I do, or for the job that I worked at, COVID actually was a beneficial year because a lot of people were home and wanted work done on their houses. So I never had that period of like, oh, I'm home, I can do whatever I want. If I did, I probably would have focused on the YouTube channel. Although I did gaming at the time, I didn't do Warhammer. If I knew about Warhammer and like knew how much I would enjoy it, I would have dove into Warhammer. Yeah. I had to be okay with my age and all that stuff. I don't know. It's just what you do. I had to be okay with getting older. Like, 25, 26 was a really hard year for me. I feel like I wasted a lot of my life when I reached that point in my life of like, I'm 26. I have wasted years of my life doing nothing, and I couldn't. It started hurting me mentally. Like, I was comparing myself to my other friends that are more successful than me, and like doing things that I wish I could do, all that stuff. And I had to kind of sit myself down at one point and realize, like, hey, you have done a lot. You have done a lot more with your life than what most people have done. So you didn't miss any work. If anything, work increased, but your ex-stepdaughter being home during COVID, super lame on it. I appreciate that, Jack. I had to convince myself. The thing, and I think most of us kind of realize that, we are our own worst critics through our entire lives. I've talked about some of the things that I've gotten done, but I'm nowhere near to the point that I really want to be with stuff. Like, I wish I was doing more trips. I wish I was more successful and stuff in other adventures, but I'm also... I don't know. I still have time is how I look at it too. Like, as I'm getting older, I'm saying yes to a lot more stuff and not being... God, high school, I was very edgy, is the words my friends used. I was a very edgy person. I would say no to everything. I wouldn't want to go out and be outside of my comfort zone. But now I've pushed myself out of my comfort zone for my own good, to grow as a person and become something better than what I was. And I think I have. I mean, I'm still working on myself. It's always an uphill battle. Some days are better than others. But the biggest thing for me that I've accomplished this year is, for the first time, that describes your teenage years. You sound very similar to a friend of mine, Swiggity. He's like, dude, keep gambling. It's all good. You're gonna hit it at one point. And like, no, don't gamble. I mean, gamble responsibly is what I will say. Do it responsibly. But no, the big thing that I got... So I talked before. If things worked out perfect this year, I would have gone to North Carolina for a wedding, and then I would have gone to Vegas for MagicCon and hung out there. But it was literally like a week difference between when I got back from North Carolina to when I went to Vegas. So I'm not doing Vegas, but I went to the wedding in North Carolina. And I chose to drove from my home state to North Carolina in Raleigh is a 16-hour drive. I drove 12 hours to Virginia, stayed with my mother for a few days, and then went to North Carolina. I've never driven across the country. Actually, I'd driven to Canada with some friends last year, but that was the first time I actually like drove across the country. This was me driving solo, and I remember younger me when I like was first getting my license and stuff. I told myself, I am never, ever, I'm never driving on the highway because it terrifies me. Now, it's still scary, but I can drive on the highway. Had a geology professor in UNLV address the class about gambling fallacies when it comes to slot machines. Every time you push the button, it's an equal chance. Machines don't get hot or ready to hit. Swiggity, I'm glad you're trying to support your brother. The only thing I'm going to say is, if you're going to promote someone, ask me first. Most of the time I will say yes, but ask for permission. You're good. Like, it's just more of a courtesy thing. I mean, I did watch it. You did say, and then other people asked. So, you're not at fault for that, but just future for anyone else here and all that stuff. It's a courtesy thing that I don't promote myself in other people's channels, and I expect the same for people coming into mine. So that's all, but you are good. I hope your brother does well with his channel, because YouTube can be very difficult to... It can be very difficult to do. If it wasn't for one of my subscribers, if they're still here, Jake, if you're still here, I would have been doing guard this year, but I chose, he made me go back to Space Marines for a very good reason. I'm stuck either between going with Tyranids or guard. Like, that's kind of my thought process. I have the combat patrol, but no, I don't need a 6th army. Actually, if it's not guard or Tyranids, okay, this year I'm gonna finish the Knight Army. I'm gonna get it fully painted and like ready to go. so I can use it properly. I have one model that I bought completed, and I'm working on a few more. And these Sisters of Battle are also a part of that army for their sticky objective and all that. But I don't really want to jump into Chaos and do a Chaos army. I'm kind of happy with the amount I have right now for armies. That's good to hear, table. No. Yeah, we'll do these as bone as well. If I choose to paint them black after, I will. No, I should actually do these in black. Oh yeah, I should do this in black. There are so many good models for Chaos coming out, which does make it hard. Because, so for my custom Space Marine chapter, my custom chapter is made of Dark Angels, Space Wolves, Salamanders, and Iron Warriors. Those are my 4 favorite original legions. And if I was to do Chaos, I would do Iron Warriors. Now, I think I'd actually do a mixture between Night Lord and Iron Warriors. And also the Renegade Space Marines. Chaos Space Marines have been getting a few models. I mean, the Defiler got an upgraded model. They released the new, model that has that virus that turns them into, walking stuff. Your custom chapter have been all Imperial Fist Ancestors? Okay. I mean, there's a theory that the Minotaurs are an Iron Warriors successor chapter. I mean, we'll never really know, nor do I think we should know. What music do you like, Swamp? I don't know. I kind of bebop around to what I like for music here and there. Banana Pancakes has been one I listen to quite a bit. I've been listening to the B Orchestra one recently. I think I've listened to Storm of Iron. That's the first Chaos book I actually listened to. No punctuation is punctuation. No, it's not. Okay. I can go more with the Wraithbone and all that on this guy. Why do you keep bringing up this mouse? There is no mouse. Wow. I should still go to the doctors for my ankle at some point. I haven't done that yet. And I'm like... I'm going to be 60, and they're going to be like, well, your ankle's kind of fucked. Like, what happened? Like, well, I was 27 years old, and I twisted my ankle pretty bad, and I should have gone to the doctors, but I put work before everything else. Dude, you're crazy. It was painful. I heard 3 snaps, 2 in my ankle and 1 in my knee. And I was in extreme pain. And of course, I decided that, like, hey, I need some extra hours. I will work our storefront. Well, see, here's the thing. I haven't gone to the doctors yet for it. Are we at the 3-hour mark? Just about. I should probably call it night and get some sleep because I need sleep. I need some sleep. Let's see how much longer we are with the music, though. We got a little bit longer, but I'll call it here. So, I hope y'all had a good stream. I hope you enjoyed yourselves here. I enjoyed my time. And thank you all for hanging out. If you want to see more content and become part of the community, first, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Also, if you want to be part of the community and share your Warhammer stuff or anything else that you're into besides Warhammer, like I said, I want to get into like blacksmithing, metalwork stuff, carpentry, prop making. Eventually, I will be getting into this. I just have to get off my butt and actually set this stuff up. But anyway, I want to see it. Come share it in the Discord. I want to hear about it. I want you to share it. I want to know about your guys' interests and passions. Also, if you want to support the channel a little bit more, I do have a Ko-Fi account that you can donate to. Everything you do donate goes right back into the channel, whether it be for painting supplies, models, upgrading equipment to either get a camera or hire an editor for videos and stuff like that. That's all that it would be used for. But with that all being said, you don't have to do any of that. Just having you here, hanging out, being a part of the community, being all crazy and thinking that there's a mouse on screen when there's not, or anything like that. That is more than enough. So, with that being said, I want you to go out there and make something awesome. I know you will.